cutting Social Security benefits, and what you should be aware of. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, now this is a topic that I want to take a few minutes to discuss with you right here in this video, as I've seen it showing up in the headlines a lot lately, and I do know that there are a lot of you right here in the community receiving some type of fixed income benefit, including Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, and RRB. So anytime that we see headlines like this popping up talking about cutting Social Security or fixed income benefits, it's honestly a little bit concerning. So that's what I want to talk about here in the video. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on and what does this mean for fixed income beneficiaries. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video. As I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side every single day to help you out in any way that I possibly can, and of course, keep you updated during this very busy time as new information is hitting the wire, the new updates, the announcements, the reports, and everything else coming out. I'm doing all the research and breaking it down into these short videos so you can see how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and most importantly, so you can grab as much money, benefits, raises to benefits, programs, checks, stimulus, or anything else like that may be popping up right now. There's a lot of things that are changing, and I want to help you out with that in any way that I possibly can. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward, and I'll continue to be here for you every single day with all the latest updates and to be here for you right by your side. Alright, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about the headlines that are popping up right now, and is this really something we need to be concerned about? Alright, so here's what's going on. Obviously, as we approach the midterm elections in just a matter of days here, there's a lot of different things that are popping up right now saying this party's going to cut Social Security, this party's going to do that, which, by the way, I am not here taking political sides. I never take political sides in my videos. It doesn't matter to me at all which side that you go for politically. It simply doesn't matter. I'm not here to tell you what to do. That's not my style. I don't want to do that, but I am here to keep you informed of what's actually going on, and I want to keep you informed on this stuff. So again, I want to make it very clear, I'm not taking political sides in this video at all, but rather I do want to bring to your attention some of the headlines I've been seeing showing up here recently, and some of the back and forth that we've been seeing between these politicians that keep going at each other like a bunch of little kids. I mean, seriously, they got to grow up. Seriously, right? I think we can all probably agree on that one. Grow up, politicians. Seriously, it's about time. But anyway, here's what it comes down to. I've been seeing all this stuff popping up recently saying, you know, this group is going to cut Social Security, this group doesn't want to do this group wants to raise taxes, this group wants to cut taxes. And again, it doesn't really matter who leans toward what side, or, you know, who says what or whatever. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of talk about cutting Social Security. Is this really going to be happening? And is this something we really need to be concerned about? Let me break this down for you because there's a lot more to it than just saying Social Security is going to be cut and that's it. So here's the thing. As of right now again, we do know that as of the midterm elections and everything going on with that, whoever's elected, again, I don't have a clue what's going to happen there. But once the new Congress is brought in, right, it's going to be a whole new batch of people. We don't know what's going to happen in the House of Representatives. We don't know what's going to happen in the Senate. As of right now, Democrats have full control of the House, the Senate, and of course, the presidency. However, the Senate and or the House of Representatives could possibly flip. They could stay the same, or it could be mixed Congress, right? We could have maybe the House controlled by one party and the Senate controlled by the other. We don't really know that, but we will be knowing that very soon here. Now, here's the thing. As of right now as well, the Senate is 50-50, right? 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans. So it's an even split right down the middle. Now, here's something that I also want to throw out there really fast for you. Now, many of you already know this, but again, I want to make it very clear just so that we're all on the same page here and to maybe alleviate some of the maybe concern about Social Security benefits being cut. Are Social Security benefits going to be cut based on the party that is in Congress? No, it's not going to work that way. Not a chance. Not a chance in... Well, you know what I was about to say. Anyway, no, it's not going to happen that way, okay? That is not how it works. You can't just come into Congress and say, okay, chop, chop, you're out of here, Social Security. That's not how it works, okay? Here's the thing. In the event that they wanted to make any substantial changes to Congress, this would need to go through a very lengthy legislative process. It would need to get passed through the House of Representatives, and it would need to get at least 60 votes in the Senate. Do you really think the Senate can vote anything these days and get 60 votes? It just doesn't happen that much anymore, okay? There's just no way. It doesn't really matter who is going to have control of these chambers. And again, you got to have at least 60 votes in the Senate to pass most pieces of legislation, with the exception of reconciliation and a couple other rare exceptions. But other than that, you pretty much almost always need 60 votes in the Senate to get anything passed through. Do you think we're going to get 60 senators, or 60% of the senators? There's 100 senators, by the way. Do you think we're going to get 60% of them, or 60 of them, to come forward and say, let's cut Social Security? What a great idea. Let's cut Social Security benefits. Even though fixed income beneficiaries are struggling right now, benefits are not high enough, many people are living well below the federal poverty line. Do you really think we're going to get that many people coming in saying, let's cut Social Security? What a great idea. I don't think so. Nothing to worry about here, okay? So if you're seeing these headlines, or you're concerned about one party or the other cutting Social Security, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They can say whatever they want. Again, as they always say, talk is cheap, right? Talk is very cheap. They can say whatever you want. You've probably been seeing on your TV lately, or maybe other places, you've been seeing these ads popping up saying, this party or that party is going to cut Social Security. Okay, I highly doubt it. Maybe one person wants to cut Social Security or reform Social Security or something like that. And again, we all know the political games. They twist and turn everything that everybody says and turn it into something it's not actually what the person actually said, right? We know this all the time. They like to take things well out of context and say, they're going to do this. No, they're not. I mean, let's be real with ourselves for a second. First off, even if it was the intention to cut Social Security, you still got to have at least 60 senators to agree to it. It's not going to happen. Here's what I would be concerned about. Of everything going on, I would not be concerned about Congress. What I would be concerned about, if we wanted to be concerned about anything pertaining to Social Security and cutting benefits, here's what I would be concerned about. The trust fund being depleted. That's what I really would be concerned about. Now, the only thing about that is that's about 12 to 13 years out into the future. So again, my point is there's nothing to worry about when it comes to this stuff. The politicians can play all the mind games that they want. The politicians can go back and forth at each other all that they want. But at the end of the day, the likelihood of Social Security being cut is very, very minimal, regardless of which party is in control. Now, here's the thing, too. We've recently seen some remarks out of one of the senators suggesting that Social Security should be reviewed each and every year. Now, again, I want to make it very clear. I'm not taking political sides in this video. I'm simply telling you what is actually going on. We've recently seen one of the senators come out recently and say Social Security should go under annual review. Now, here's the thing. Rather than being automatic spending, it should be discretionary, right? Or it should be, reviewed every single year. Now, the whole idea behind that was to shore up the Social Security program. We know that there are a lot of loose ends in the Social Security program, and this program is unfortunately not in the very best financial times right now, right? We know that Social Security has about almost $3 trillion in the trust fund. It's a lot of money, but guess what? It's going down, and it's going down quickly. But anyway, we know that Social Security has some major problems. We also know that benefits need to be increased. We know that benefits need to be increased up to the federal poverty line at a minimum, right? We know all of this is out there right now, and these things need to be changed. So basically what this one senator was saying is, rather than just having automatic spending, automatic programs that just go into effect every year, maybe we should just review this program and make sure that all the loose ends are tied up and make sure that this program is still running efficiently rather than just letting it go on its own. Like one of those little automatic vacuum cleaners that just drives all over the floor and has no plan. Have you ever seen one of those things? Which, by the way, we have one. It was given to us as a gift a few years ago. And that thing literally just drives around with no plan at all around the floor. And sometimes I just sit there and just feel like, are you kidding me? Is this thing even cleaning? It has no plan. It just drives around in a bunch of weird angles. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously? So essentially, it's kind of like the same thing, right? Let's put a plan behind Social Security. Make sure that this program is running efficiently every single year, and that not a bunch of money is being wasted on this program so that more benefits can be going out to the people, the fixed income beneficiaries, and that the program is like a nice, well-oiled machine. It's working well, it's working efficiently, it's working, the way that it's supposed to be working. That's basically what they were saying. So anyway, long story short, if you've been coming across the headlines, if you've been seeing any of these ads or political statements or stuff like that coming out there saying Social Security benefits are going to be cut, if this, that, or the other happens, It's not going to happen, okay? Please don't worry about it. And again, I'm not trying to take political sides in this video. I've been seeing it come across both sides of the parties, right? I've been seeing both sides going at each other about different Social Security, different initiatives, things like that. So again, it's not one side or the other. It's just pretty much everybody. When it really comes down to it, they're all kind of going at each other about this whole thing because they know Social Security is a huge, huge item. And they know that Social Security realistically is probably going to control this election and probably going to control the next election, the presidential election, in a couple of years from now. They know that because guess what? There's about 70 million people that receive fixed income benefits. And do you think that's influential? Yeah, that's very influential, and they know it. That's why they're hammering Social Security so much right now, is because they know that accounts for about 70 million votes. Very important, right? So yeah, that's probably why they're talking about it so much and why each party is hammering on each other about this. But when it comes down to Social Security benefits, don't worry about it. Your benefits are not going anywhere. Nothing will change with your benefits. In any way, like in a bad way, nothing's going to change in a bad way for your benefits. I can pretty much tell you that much right now. Nothing is going to change. It's going to take a very big piece of legislation. It's going to take a lot of legislative work out of Congress to get it done. And would they really want to do that? Well, based on everything they've been doing here over the last couple of years, it would seem that they don't want to do anything because they haven't really done anything, right? So anyway, just want to break this down for you and let you know what's going on. Your benefits are not being cut. Not anytime soon anyway, but I would be watching the trust fund. But again, that's about 12 years from right now. Again, very long out in the future. Nothing we need to be concerned about right now. If we were talking about this in a year from now, then yeah, we could be having a much different conversation. But 12 years from now, no need to worry about that, okay? Anyway, hope this video helps you out. I hope it alleviates a little bit more of the concern out there right now with some of these ads that are going on, the headlines, the things that are popping up. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Please, again, subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward. Again, also share this video with your friends, family, social media, or go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. And of course, share them with your friends, family, and social media as well. Until next time, enjoy your day, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you again later.